we are back for day number 3. How's it going? Seriously, tell me in the comments below. I want to know how it's going. I have so much hope that whomever decided to take the time to look at these videos is going to take these challenges seriously, and they're going to see some effectiveness happening within their marriage. So remember how on day 1 your challenge was to be quiet, preferably due to the arguing, right? So we're going to look at that again here on day 3. So now that we've gone through the process of saying, let's be quiet, let's take some time and step away from the situation and then come back after we've cooled down, we then move from that one. If you were successful in that one, which I know everything does take time, so don't get me wrong. If you've tried any of these challenges this week, the goal is that you will come back and continue to keep repeating them until you get better at it. Practice makes permanent. So both of you are invested. I know it's not going to happen overnight, but these are the things that you can try to make them easier. So day 1 was about being quiet during an argument and giving yourselves time to cool down. And then we led into day 2 of saying, now let's do a kind gesture for one another, something special, something, it doesn't have to be something big, but something we haven't done in a while to make our spouse smile, to make them know and understand that we still love them, we're still invested in this, and hey, here's a token to say I love you. So now on day 3, going back to the fact that there's an argument there's always a reason why we are quarreling. There's a reason why we're in this argument. There's a reason why there's tension here. So we've got to go back to the root of the problem and figure out, where did this come from? The best way to address a situation like this is ask your spouse 3 questions. If you can't come up with 3, one to 3, and if you have more, fine. Maybe I wouldn't go beyond 5 though. Ask them questions. Ask them, what irritates you or upsets you? What do I do that irritates you or upsets you? Now you have to be ready for these answers. So don't ask these questions until you know that you can sit quietly and not judge them, but you're gonna have to listen to their answers if you really want to know what it is, so that we can begin to work on the root of the problem. So find about 1 to 5 questions that you want to ask this person. It could be, what irritates you? What have I done wrong? What can I do to make things better? What do you need from me to make this work? And both of you can have a set of questions for one another. But as I suggested before, if you are in a mode of defense and you are just ready to, tear each other apart, now's not the time to ask your questions. It's time to go back to day 1 and take time out. Separate from each other, be quiet, and give each other a chance to cool down. It is amazing what happens if you can just give each other time to calm down. Because when we're angry, we're saying things and we're going on fuel that is just not safe. We're saying whatever, all of the hurt in the heart is coming out at that time, and we're spewing that on one another, and you can't take the words back that you've said to one another. And so what you're doing is then you're causing more damage. So we want to avoid that. So that's why we're taking these steps, these challenges day to day, to see if we can form a new pattern in how we handle our upsets, how we handle our arguments. So that's what we're gonna do on day 3, is make sure that we're asking the questions. Get your questions prepared and ask these questions. This is your challenge for day 3, and I look forward to hearing from you on day 4. Bye.